I'm talking with Ellen Buchanan from the Missoula Redevelopment Agency. Ellen, could you please just give us a bird's eye view of what the project is all about with Southgate Mall and the extension of Mary Avenue? What's it all about?
Well, there are two aspects to the project. One is private development, and the other is a public project. The piece that MRA is involved in is the construction of Mary Avenue extension from Brooks Street to the west side of the Bitterroot Branch rail line that will go through the mall property. There will be a subsequent phase of that where we will work with the residents and the property owners on Mary Avenue between Reserve Street and the railroad tracks to determine the best design for a redo of that street, because it will then become a through street between Reserve and Brooks. The other piece of this is that the owners of Southgate Mall are doing some expansion, some modifications to existing buildings out there. And this is a long-range project which will actually externalize the mall and make it more of a sense of outside place as opposed to an inside place, if you will. The mall, as it's currently configured, is very inward-facing. And this will begin to establish the street network through there, which will tie it into the neighborhood, into the urban fabric.
And how long do they expect this project to take, Ellen?
Well, the long-range vision is going to be years, maybe even a decade or more. But it's quite extensive. I mean, it's a total transformation of Southgate Mall itself to integrate it into the neighborhood and to kind of change some of the services and goods that are provided there to be more neighborhood-oriented, along with your larger anchors that are more regionally.
Sure. Now, about the extension of Mary, how much of this is going to be taxpayer-financed in order to get this done? I know there's been some protests within that area. How are you handling that, and is it expected to go through?
Yeah, the financing was approved by City Council last night for the portion between Brooks and the railroad tracks, and it is financed with tax increment dollars, which is not additional taxes to anyone. It's the tax growth that's occurred in that urban renewal district over the last 15 years. That's the revenue source that will pay for this construction project, and then also the construction project west of the tracks to Reserve.
Okay, and so what's the total cost of finishing that Mary project?
Well, this phase of it, our board has approved up to just under $7 million for the major portion of it. We don't know what it's going to look like west of the tracks, so we don't have a cost estimate for that right now. We don't know if that'll be a complete street reconstruction or if it'll simply be modification of the existing street, and of course those would greatly impact what the ultimate cost will be.
Okay, and how long is that expected to take, Ellen?
I think you'll see construction, utility relocation, and construction starting pretty quickly, with Real Street construction starting in the spring.